So what's up, man?
Coolin', man.
You know what I want to hear, right?
What you want to hear?
Baby.
Yo! Welcome to episode 55. You know what it is. It's the Buffet Boys back for that ass. And we got a whole lot of shit to talk this week. A lot of shit. Faizon Love talking out the side of his fucking neck. Acting like he was Chris Rock. Got a whole, we got a slew of shit. All right. Cali Burgers at the motherland out here doing some new shit for y'all. Okay. We got a lot of things to get into. You know who it is. It's your boy, the Salvadoran sensation, Eb. And as always with me, it's my main man, 100 grand, the Hotep hustler himself, the best import coming out of Mexico, Mr. 32 Savage, Mr. Kodak Brown, Mr. I love Post Malone. I have all his posters in my bedroom.
I have all his posters
everywhere. He's my I'm his number one fan.
Get on with it.
Let's go. What's up, Vic?
Hey, we gotta give people context, cause
nah, we ain't gotta give no context, man. Just fucking go on.
Oh,
just
man.
talk.
Well, you know what? I can't be too unhappy with the way this weekend went, man.
What do you mean? This is a great weekend, actually.
I know. That's why I said I can't be too unhappy.
Oh, I thought you said I couldn't be too happy. Oh,
nah, man. About? I can't. I'm pretty. I'm on cloud 9 right now, Eb. Because
really? Did Post Malone drop a new single for you? Did he put a new song out?
Nah, man. Nah. I just listened to his old songs over and over. Nah, man. No. You know what happened?
Yeah.
The evil empire, known as the Belichick and the Patriots.
Ooh, yes.
Went down this weekend. They went down in the Super Bowl, and I couldn't be happier. Me
neither. I was actually very excited. Outside of the fact that it was a good game. It was a very entertaining game, back and forth. Yep. You know, I love the game, and I love seeing Tommy get fucking wrecked. I loved it. I love seeing his crab bitch ass fumble the ball.
Ooh.
In the clutch. He couldn't come through. And I love seeing that picture of him crying like a little baby back bitch in the locker room with Giselle holding all those tears. So here's a big fuck you to Tom Brady and a big fuck you to the Patriots.
Dick.
As Redman used to say, Vic.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Man, yeah, so
we should have had that shit queued up.
Oof, I know.
Fire.
But what did you end up doing for the Super Bowl? You just chilled at home or what?
Yeah, man, I had to work the weekend again.
Okay.
But yeah, came to the crib, hung out with the wife, had a little niece over, watched the game, and I loved every minute of it, man. I love the fact that the Eagles weren't scared.
Yep.
I love the fact that the Eagles came out guns blazing. They said, look, Nick Foles, I know you're not much, but we're about to make you a Super Bowl MVP today, goddammit. And that's exactly what they did. They turned Nick fucking Foles into the Super Bowl MVP. Vic, you couldn't say that and bet anything on that.
Yeah, they just came out, as Ghostface would put it, Eb, dick swinging like shit went well. Called it the Mighty Joe Young.
That's right. I loved it. I loved every second of it. Every minute of it. The game was going back and forth for a little bit. Everything that Tom Brady was doing, Nick fucking Foles was out here matching it. I loved it.
And doing better.
And then, I'm not going to lie, doing better. And I'm not going to lie. In the fourth quarter, I'm like, here we go.
I've seen this one before.
Here we go. I've seen this one too many times. This is actually fucking Lethal Weapon 4. and the Eagles said, nah, not today, bitch. We got it. He's going back home. And I'm telling you, I can't say it enough. I loved every fucking second of it. It was a high scoring game. was a lot of drama. I'm surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised that that they gave some of these calls to the Eagles because I was just waiting. My fingers were ready to type some shit like, here we go. The cheat card is out, and nah, man. To my surprise, they gave him some calls.
You mean you were surprised that they actually called the game fair?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And the worst part about it was the referee that they had for this game was the same bitch ass referee who fucked the Raiders over with an index card.
Oh no, you're right.
Talk about its first down, even though there's a whole bunch of space in between this fucking paper and this football. So I was thoroughly surprised, but to your point, I was happy, man. There was nothing more that I wanted this Super Bowl Sunday than to have brown Santa Claus deliver me a Patriots loss. And that's what he did.
Brown Santa Claus. You know, it's funny. I have a lot of Patriots fans on my Facebook feed. And
oh shit, you got that MAGA shit on lock, son.
I was just going around collecting all the digital tears on social media, just collecting them and then just drinking them because I love it. I fucking hate the fucking Patriots. Oh,
it's funny. I hate them. As much shit as we talk about them, they still got 5 Super Bowls. That's
true. Hey, look, I'm glad it's not 6.
That's true. Take every win you can get, baby. Take every win you can get, no matter how it is. Yep. But I mean, it was an entertaining game. Like it was so entertaining. Even wifey was excited to watch the game. She got so nervous at these. Like, I can't watch this shit. But man. It turned out the way I wanted it to turn out. Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good with this result. Even though last week we were talking some shit about these Eagles fans and being just straight up disrespectful.
Well, I mean,
yeah, well, I'm okay with it.
Didn't they prove our point though? They went out and just like rioted for the next 4 hours after the game.
I was like, yo, they need to get the National Guard out here ASAP because these motherfuckers are about to turn this city upside down.
But it was funny, Eb, because to your point where you were kind of, talking shit about Eagles fans, literally I saw a video of an Eagles fan eating shit, not falling over, but he was eating horse shit. And I was just like, yep, you're proving everyone's point. Why?
That's a little too much. That's just a little too much. It's funny. What does that even prove? That you're a fucking idiot. I mean, I don't know what else. Like, what would compel you as a man to go out there and just say, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go eat that piece of shit that's on the ground. So the funny thing was the Eagles made America great really last night, and then their fans just said, nah, fuck that. Nah. You obviously don't know how we represent Philly out here. So, just imagine if the Sixers win a finals or some shit. That's going to be fucking wild.
Yo, imagine how crazy Meek Mill was. Oh, wait a second.
Damn.
Shade. It must be cold in the shade, dog.
Someone was asking on the radio, Philly fans, would you rather have an Eagles Super Bowl or Meek Mill free? And the first thing that crept into my mind, I was like, I mean, listen, I know Meek Mill's a Philly guy, but I think that's just going to get outweighed like 90-10. Easy. Yes. Like, who? I mean, he got 2 to 4 years. Ain't nothing. It's all right. He going to be all right, though. The Super Bowl win, though, this might be once in a lifetime, sir. And then actually it's funny because there was a 99-year-old Eagles fan in attendance at the game.
Dang.
And that's one hell of a way to go out.
Yeah.
So I hope he got that Super Bowl. I hope somebody got him some free top, and you go out in peace.
Yeah, why are you wishing him dead already? What?
I mean, that's a good life. 99 years.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's a good life. You just saw your favorite football team win a Super Bowl, and you got some strippers that come and give you some head. It's time to punch out, sir. It's time to go.
He's gonna sit in the grave. Just wait for it. Damn.
For real. So anyway, so talking about this game and specifically about Tommy Terrific. There was a video that came out. They had this documentary on your boy Tommy here, and in the fucking video and in the documentary, They have your man out here acting very suspicious and a little spooky. Well, you know what? Let's just play the clip, Vic. Let's just play the clip. Let the people hear what's going on here, and after we're done, we'll give a little context to this.
In a documentary called Tom vs. Time, there's a scene showing 5-time Super Bowl winner Tom Brady getting a massage. Then his 11-year-old son comes in the room and asks him if he can check his fantasy football standings.
I was wondering if I could check my fantasy team.
What do I get?
Wait a second.
Whoa. Yo, that just sounded mad. Like so you trying to coerce someone? Like you out here coercing?
Was that Tom Brady or Harvey Weinstein? What the fuck?
I don't know, bro. That shit sounded wild. Yo, can I check my fucking fantasy football? Like, what am I gonna get? Like, what? Son, I'm just gonna use the fucking Wi-Fi. What are you talking about?
Where's my kiss at? Where's
like,
my hug at?
Yo,
come.
Where's my hug
Let me
at?
have one.
Can I have one? Am I gonna get one of them? And while you're getting massage too, yo, that shit sound mad Harvey Weinsteinish, dog.
Let's keep going with the clip.
No, Jack, everything comes at a cost, bud.
What?
The second kiss.
Whoa! Hold on. Chill out. Time out.
Everything comes with a price. Give me that ass.
Yo, that shit don't sound right, man. Yo, that shit sound like, yo, you know how we get down at afternoon. Like, nah, man. What the fuck? That shit sound wild, bro. Just to check your fucking fantasy football? Yeah, can you imagine if you want some other shit?
Damn. Don't ask for a...
Yo, can I use a Wi-Fi?
Don't ask for a GoPro.
Can I use a Wi-Fi
don't
pops?
ask for a GoPro.
Yo, don't ask for a drone.
Oh, shit.
Tweets from viewers using words like very disturbing and uncomfortably long. So we asked New Yorkers what they thought.
I'm a little uncomfortable with that.
I think at certain ages,
Yeah, no
it's
shit.
okay. You can kiss him on the cheek, you can give him a hug, but not in the mouth and not for that long.
Too long.
This is my favorite here.
So that makes it weird?
Yeah. I kissed my son on my...
Yeah.
Nah.
That makes it weird there. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely, that shit. It makes it weird that you gotta like coerce your son to fucking kiss you just to use the fucking Wi-Fi in the crib. Like, yo, can I just check my fantasy football? Like, first of all, oh wait, I was thinking, I'm like, yo, did this shit just happen? Because if you checking your fantasy football, you might be checking something else. Because this shit been done. That shit don't. But yeah, man, it was a little crazy. I was looking at the video, and the kid walks in. He asks him, yo, can I do this? And then again, he hits him with that creepy ass, yo, what am I gonna get? And again, it's him asking for a kiss from his son. The son comes and gives him a kiss, and this kid's what, like 8, 9, 10 years old, something like that, Vic?
Something like that, yeah.
You know, a little too fucking old to be kissing his fucking father on the mouth. He kisses him, and then as he's walking away, he has him, is that all? Is that all I'm gonna get?
That's just a peck.
That was
what
just a
the fuck?
And so the kid comes back and plants one on fucking Tom like they're dating. Like, yo, listen, man, I'm not trying to go down that road because that's his son. That's, father's son. I'm hoping he's a great dad, but yo, my man, listen, at a certain age, kissing on the lips, boy or girl, with the father, nah, like that shit doesn't fly.
Let's just say the optics aren't great for that, Tom.
Yeah. Let's just say the optics and that audio, man, just the audio visual put together, talking about, is that all I'm going to get? Everything comes with a price. Nah, I'm good. And I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of people out there that say, how can your nasty ass go there? That's a man. Like, no, chill. That's a 10-year-old boy kissing his grown ass dad on the mouth. And I'm talking about holding the kiss, not just like, here, bye. Nah, it's like, nah. We gotta interlock. That's a little wild for me, man. That's a little too much for me.
You know what, man? I have a reputation of hating Tom Brady. You know this. I have a staunch.
A lot of people.
Although it looks weird, although I disagree with him doing it, I mean, I don't think he's doing it maliciously, right? I'll give him that benefit of the doubt. But It just doesn't look good. It don't look good, and it don't sound good.
I mean, would you be kissing your 10-year-old son in the mouth?
No, absolutely not.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
At what age do you stop kissing your child on the lips?
I'm gonna be honest. I always thought it's kind of weird, like past or like 2 or 3. To be honest with you,
Right.
but
I think you're right.
But I kind of understand if it goes a little further than that, because you need to make up your own mind on when that's when that's no longer not weird, But
I mean, listen, I think at a certain age, like you said, 2 to 3 max.
Maybe 4.
Once you start kissing like your 12-year-old, 13-year-old on the mouth, and then holding it, not just a peck, because that's the problem. The fact is, like, okay, you get a peck, but if you asking to hold that, nah, that's a little too much, bro. That's past. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't, like you said, the optics aren't that great, but that's just, I don't know, man. I think at a certain age, it needs to stop. And I guess, in certain cultures, like the Hispanic culture, it's okay to kiss a family member on the cheek.
Yeah, but
right?
That's the cheek, though. That's not the lips.
You're right.
That's not the lips.
You're right.
And Eb, most cheek kisses aren't even kisses. They're just kind of like...
They're just cheeks.
They're just cheeks. Yeah, you just cheek to cheek. Like, it's kind of like obligatory. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to play the rest of this, but they talked to a psychologist that actually makes a really good point, and I've actually thought of this before. Forcing someone to do something against their will, or coercing them to do it, like with anything with their body, it's kind of weird. Not wrong necessarily, like it's not necessarily abuse or anything, but it is kind of sending the wrong message. And I mean, I kind of agree with that, like to say, hey, go kiss your uncle, or hey, go kiss your cousin. I always thought that's kind of weird. Am I the only one? Am I in the wrong here, Ed?
I guess. I mean, I guess if you're telling your kid, I'm not going to give you this unless you go kiss so and so, that's a little weird in itself. Maybe a hug, like, yo, go hug your aunt.
Yeah.
If you don't hug your aunt, we're not going to so and so. I get that, but to be like, yo, you got to kiss me to get the Wi-Fi password, like, nah, that's too much. That's a little fucking weird, man. Honestly, that's a little fucking weird. As the babies, I get. A fucking 10-year-old, nah, you're bugging. And then to be butt naked, nah, man. Listen, you cut it however you want to cut it. If people agree with it, great, agree with it. However, that alone, nah, I'm not rocking with that. I can't fuck with that. That's just too much.
Yep.
Way too much. And it just looks it just doesn't look right. You know what I mean? It looks a little bit Larry Nassar-ish, right?
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Which, by the way, I just found out this motherfucker got another 120 years on top of the 170 years that he had.
Good.
I'm like, yo,
good.
Like, at some point, you just got to be like, yo, you're going to jail for life until you die. But I was trying to think, is that more of like a psychological thing? By having them go through that and telling you, you got 170 years, you got 120 years. Like, you're not gonna live 290 years.
Well, I think it's more the fact that most prisons are so overfilled that you only do X amount of your sentence, depending on what kind of crime you do. Obviously, this is actually a violent crime, technically. So you'll do most of your time, right? You'll do most of your time, but when you stack the life sentences on it, it guarantees that there's going to be no kind of parole going. You know what I'm saying? So just in case he lived to 95 and they say, you know what, you're eligible for parole now. Nah, my man. You have 4 congruent life sentences. You get comfortable. Get comfortable in jail. Cause,
yeah. Get the olive oil out, because you're about to be needing that. Because they don't let you bring Vaseline in no more, so use the olive oil.
What? Dang, Eb, you know a lot.
I mean, I'm out here.
I'm in these streets. What can I say?
I'm in these streets. Listen, I got my ear to the streets. I know what's popping in them jails now. Fuck Larry Nassar. Yeah, man.
Fuck him. Did you see though? Before we get on, I don't want to keep talking about this guy, but did you see that one parent that was like, "Can you give me 5 minutes alone with this guy?"
Yeah, man.
And the judge said, "Nah." And can you give me one? And she's like, "Nah."
He's like, "Fuck it, then I'm gonna take it."
Yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, man. I feel it, dog. I would have been trying to kill that motherfucker too.
Yep.
Because I guarantee you, they ain't putting that guy in Gen Pop. That guy's gonna be segregated, and that's from what I understand. That's usually what they do to these monsters who touch kids. Is they segregate them all into one certain area to keep them away from the rest of the fucking criminals. Because usually those guys get fucked up, and in my mind, I'm like, nah, man, fuck that. It's funny that you bring that up, actually, because I actually read a story that in a certain part of India, raping a child 12 and under is now punishable by death.
Ooh.
And
they got the right idea.
To be honest with you, like, these people don't need to be on the streets anymore. They don't need to. You can't rehab someone like that. You can't.
No,
you got to put these motherfuckers away. But they can't be on this earth, man. That's disgusting. They're not gonna change. Those people don't change. Like, you think 40 years of some nasty shit like this, you're gonna fucking break in jail? If anything, it's probably gonna get worse.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna make it. So
let's hope he doesn't make it.
Good. Good things happen out of jail sometimes. That's one of the few.
Oh,
anyway.
man.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that clown. But well, speaking about jail, hey man, I sent you that story about that fucking 11-year-old kid who's out here sticking up liquor stores on a skateboard.
Did an ollie and then pull out his gun or what?
Did a fucking kickflip and then pulled out his pistol. Like, you know what time it is.
He did an ollie into a Uzi, fucking gum grab.
You know what? That sounds like that sounds like the dope ass fucking collab, Little Ollie and Little Uzi. Little Ollie and Little Uzi.
It's ridiculous. Yeah,
more fucking ridiculous is this fucking kid out here sticking up fucking juxing people, man. How at 11 years old are you thinking, yo, you know what I need to do? I need to go rob this fucking liquor store and get this bread.
I'm trying to get these hot fries.
Yo, give me all the narrow laters you got, motherfucker. You know what time it is.
No, Ev, you know what? I had to look into it a little bit to see what could have led to this, because I mean, obviously there's kids in tough situations, right? But when I looked into it, I realized it was from Stockton, California. Now, to you and me, that makes sense because we're from California. That's like Central California, or Central Northern California-ish. But for y'all that don't know, Stockton, California is the number 8 crime capital of the United States. Number 8.
It's also from where Nick Diaz is from, if you down with the UFC.
Shit.
Stockton. That's where the Stockton slap was invented, Vic.
Stockton slap, Jesus.
So yeah, man. So this fucking child, and the crazy thing is, I'm trying to figure out how, because they haven't figured out who it is yet.
Yeah.
Authorities don't know who this kid is. How the fuck do you know that this kid's 11 years old? For all we know, it's a short Mexican on a fucking skateboard, dog, just trying to sticking up Arcos.
My cousin. Oh shit.
My cousin Ernesto.
I knew he looked familiar. But I mean, if you look at the video, you can kind of tell the kid is really young. He might even be younger than 11, to be honest with you.
Nah, that's wild.
I mean, it could be. Shit. I mean, who rides a skateboard to armed robbery? That's my question.
That's ballsy. That's very ballsy.
Yeah.
Got more balls than some of you grown ass men out here. But yo, to ride, you see the video of him riding up on a skateboard. He's pacing around outside like, yo, am I really about to do this? Yeah, fuck it, I'm about to do this. And he walks in, points the pistol, and he's like, you know what it is? Run it. And I'm like, yo, that's wild, man. That is fucking wild.
He's outside pacing thinking, what would Tony Hawk do?
Oh, shit.
Man, I mean, it was kind of shocking, you know? It's shocking to see, like, what kids are doing nowadays. I want to blame the current culture of hip-hop on this, but this is kind of... I don't know too
many rappers out
here. Yeah, I know, but this is kind of too much... this is pretty much just bad area, bad influences, bad economics, and all that combined, I think. That's what it seems like to me. So, God, man. But yeah, 11 years old, stuck up a AM/PM. Jesus Christ.
I mean, sometimes you gotta stick up an AM/PM at a fucking 11 years old. That just sounds crazy to me, man. Like, at 11 years old, I wasn't even think. I mean, I guess maybe if your circumstances are fucked up, right? You're gonna. But man, I wasn't thinking about robbing nobody at 11.
Yo, give me a corn dog and all them zigzags and everything you got in the fucking register.
All the fucking zigzags. give me 10 packs of Black and Mild and give me some condoms.
Oh shit! Give me one of them dental dams.
Oh shit! They got dental dams at the 7. They ain't got no fucking dental dams.
No, they got dental dams at AM/PM. That's where you get dental dams at.
What are you talking about? They don't know, dog. They sell condoms. They get those at you get them at Planned Parenthood. Fucking going to Arco and be like, yo, y'all got dental dams? And be like, what the fuck are you talking about? We got dental floss. We got the small pack. The fuck you think this is?
This ain't the sex store in Colorado.
We got the Panther XL.
Oh shit!
If you want to get your dick hard and die of a heart attack, we got those.
We got some Extend pills if you want them.
Look, it's my concoction. Some Extends, some Panther XLs, and then get yourself a fucking Four Loko. Yo.
Damn, you trying to give this kid a heart attack or what? God.
You might die. But you gonna fuck. You gonna fuck till you die. That's what I'm to tell you, all right? That's how you really get down, God damn it.
God damn, man.
And then do a line of cocaine off her ass. You'll be living life.
Oh shit!
I mean, fuck, if you gonna do it, you might as well do it all the way.
I guess.
Right?
I guess. I guess this is kind of advice we're giving 11-years-olds now. Fuck it, if you gonna do it, you might as well just start shooting people too.
I mean, fuck. I mean, shit. Listen, at 11, son, listen, you a grown ass man. So listen, this is what I need you to do. Okay,
you a grown ass man? What the fuck?
Let me show you how you gonna start pimping. Okay, that. And yo, this whole skateboard thing, nah, that's shit for the birds. I need you to go out here and fucking go pull a lick, go rob a car. God damn, that's wild. So, Vic, man, listen.
Yeah.
I read a story, and oddly enough, initially they weren't talking about it. And you know what I've been noticing? Anytime they talk about Pasadena, they never say Pasadena. They always say L.A. County.
Greater Los Angeles.
Someplace in the greater Los Angeles. Like, nah. You got to say Pasadena. Okay, so I read this story regarding Cali Burger, and if you don't know what Cali Burger is, I know you know what Cali Burger is. At least you know where it's at. Off of Orange Grove, you know where that Rancho Market is at.
I know exactly where that's at.
So right there used to be like I don't know if it used to be a Chinese food spot or it used to be a donut shop. But anyway, right on the corner, there used to be like a little burger joint. So that turned into Cali Burger. Well, Cali Burger is going to be the first and only spot that lets you pay with face recognition.
What?
Yes. So
repeat.
You're gonna get so basically they're gonna have a camera, and with the camera, all you gotta do is look at it, and it'll go ahead and take your payment information. And as of now, they're gonna make you put in your 3-digit code. But after about a year, they're gonna get away with that, and all you got to do is walk in there, look at it, and you're gonna be able to pay just by looking at the screen. Face recognition tool, and that's gonna be a way for you to pay.
So they're gonna obviously attach your credit card to your face.
Yeah. Right? Or usually sometimes these people already have that set up with like their Apple Pay or some type of shit, and that's what they're gonna end up doing. And I was just kind of like, damn, like out of all the fucking companies and businesses in Southern California, Cali Burgers in Pasadena will be the first fucking company to operate this.
All right, man. You know what? I've never been to Cali Burger, Eb.
Innovators.
But isn't it the one that's like knocking off all of In-N-Out shit?
No. Listen, dog, you making it hot.
hey.
Why you making it hot, dog? What the fuck? The fuck is your problem, man?
Don't they use palm trees too? Don't they use
damn.
palm trees on their cuffs?
Nah,
Oh, man.
no, dog,
Hey.
no. It's a Cali, no, dog. It's a fucking 2x2, okay? That's what it is, a 2x2. The fuck? What is wrong with you? Why are you making the block hot?
Okay,
Nick?
I'm sorry. We're ruining sponsor opportunities.
You
here.
sound like, dog, you about to get fucking, your card's about to get revoked.
My
Hey, man, get
my
that,
Dina card?
that fucking bitch out of here. You can't even walk. No, get out of here. But you know, it's funny. As I was reading that, I also read that Cali Burger, outside of using the face recognition tool to have their patrons pay, they actually already implement. It's this machine that flips about 400 burgers per hour. It's called Flippy.
What?
Yes, Cali Burger was the first fast food chain of any kind to implement Flippy.
So-
Flippy is a robot, essentially, that flips burgers on their grill, and they flip about 400 burgers per hour.
Damn. So they automated their cook line?
Yeah,
Damn. So why are we
Yeah,
supporting
man.
these people?
I don't know. Because fucking Yesenia can't work at Cali Burgers now. She,
Yeah, Rosa can't work at Cali Burger.
yeah, Rosa, they can't work at Cali Burgers. Nah, they got Flippy in there, all fucking high and mighty and shit. Fuck that.
He thinks he's better
Doesn't
than
work.
me.
So I got this job at Villa Park. Sign this.
Oh,
Fucking enrolling
shit.
kids to play soccer. But yeah, man. So Cali Burger out here innovating, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna use the Face Pay program that allows you to pay with your face. And apparently it also keeps your meal histories and preferences.
What?
So you go in there, yeah, man. So you want that number one? You want that 2x2? Like, sir, this is a double. No.
2x2.
It's like McDowell's, dog. It's like Cali Burgers is like McDowell's. No, they got the Big Mac. You got the Big
that's
Mick.
the Mick. So what, you're gonna like wink at the camera with one eye if you want your number one regular, and then the other if you want your number two regular? What's going on? How they
Yeah,
gonna?
it's just good. I like, you know, it's funny because the more I keep talking about this, the more this just sounds way too fucking complicated, and it's just like, why can't I just go up to this and be like, yo, let me get a 2x2
Yeah, seriously, like.
and some Savage fries, please. Some Savage fries.
Is that a thing, or is that something you made up?
I don't know.
'Cause I know animal stuff, but Savage fries, God, that'd be too much. But Ed, it's funny that you bring up face recognition, because we actually want to talk about this last week, and we kind of alluded to it a little bit, but ain't nobody talking about this right now, Ed.
And again, just remember who be putting you on and coming out with this content. Don't come out in like fucking 4 months and be like, hey, you hear about this fucking this app? Yeah. Like, nah. Fuck that. Respect the gods.
So now that Ebs put the disclaimer out there, there is a new wave and a new trend of pornography going out there.
And I'm going to tell you, I love this wave. I cannot wait for this shit to take off, because the preliminary schematics of what I've been watching, Vic, I'm like, oh.
So let me tell him, man.
I got a top 10. Top 10 already in
Before
my
you
mind.
get distracted and start looking it up during the show, let me just tell him what's going on. So the new trend in pornography is actually a very controversial one, but it's one that we kind of all saw coming, right? It's kind of one that most guys have done in their head anyway, right? But the new trend is to superimpose a celebrity's face on a regular old porn star's body, and the results actually have been
amazing,
kind of too realistic. Like, it's, for the first wave of this happening, it's kind of impressive on how high the quality is. But
yeah, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Ed, it's a little weird. Even though I kind of thought like this is where it's going, I'm telling you, I feel a little weird about it. I don't know what it is. Like,
listen to me, broski. Listen to me. Motherfuckers are fucking sex dolls, Vic. They're fucking synthetic pieces of material with fucking wigs. But they look like fucking RoboCop without his mask, and you fucking these dolls, and you telling me that watching porn with someone's face superimposed. And by the way, when they get it right, they get it right.
Yeah.
I mean, the shit looks like, it don't look like that fake ass celebrity porn back in the day where it would be like, yo, she got like a brown body and her face is super fucking white. And you're like, wait a minute.
Yo, they didn't use
the fuck.
They didn't use the Canon printer and fucking tape it onto her fucking face. And,
yeah, like, yo,
that
ain't Julia Stiles. The fuck?
Damn,
I don't even look nothing like her.
So anyway, so the thing is, Ab, the reason why it's a little strange for me is that although sex dolls are not real, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
They're not real. And the reason why I find
neither is this.
The reason why I find this a little weird is because these are real people that you're superimposing onto. It's strange, man. I'm not saying that it's not good, but it is a little strange.
Dog, we got Tom Brady kissing his fucking 10-year-old son on the mouth, and this is strange to you? Nah,
it is.
I'm good. Listen, this fucking wave is about to take off. Okay, and I'm trying to keep it all the way 100 with you. If I could get my foot in the door to start fucking producing some of these films,
Eb, you have a wife. Eb, you have a wife. Don't forget.
Hey, listen, I ain't touching nobody. I'm just producing these movies. Okay. Think of the material. Just think of all them badass girls. You'd be like, God damn. Man, you know who needs to do a porn? Such and such. Well, guess what? Such and such might actually be in one.
They just did. You know what was interesting? When I first heard about this, I immediately thought, oh shit, VR is about to be cracking. Because imagine that was... Anytime new technology gets implemented, one of the first things that gets tested is pornography. A way to make pornography integrated in new technology. That is the driving force behind creating new technology, at least in my opinion. And the first thing I thought was like, fuck, if you got VR, this shit might be cracking. I wonder how long it's going to take. Wrong. That is like the first thing they started making. Like,
God damn.
Like literally, I found out about this last Monday. The next Tuesday, there was already a VR test out.
I mean,
it's crazy, Eb. It's crazy. The way that this pornography is being made is actually through an algorithm program called Fake App. And Fake App takes a library of pictures that you have to compile yourself, and it takes into consideration all the angles, and it trains itself to use the right picture on any given frame. So that's why this is much different than any other weird superimposed thing that's ever come out. So yeah. It's kind of...
It's dope.
It's kind of crazy. It's dope.
It's fucking dope. I love it. I'm telling you, Vic, I saw the first few. I was like, oh yeah. You done changed the game on motherfuckers.
And you didn't even realize you were unbuckling your belt. Nah, you didn't even realize.
I was like, oh, dick was in my hand. I was like, whoa, chill. We just get to know each other. Hold on, man. Let me take a look at this. Like, nah, man. I'm telling you, Vic. Listen. When you hear this episode and you check this shit out and this wave starts popping, respect the gods and remember who brought it to the forefront to this podcast universe.
If you end up enjoying it, you're welcome. You're very welcome.
Yeah, you know what's scary though? The scarier part about this, the one thing I will give you is they're saying that this could be just for any random old fucking person. It doesn't have to be porn stars. It could be you, Vic. It could be you. They could put you on somebody. They're gonna put you on Terry Crews and you just be out there like, what? Because in white chicks. And the scarier part about it, and this is what I was trying to get to, not necessarily the porn shit, because the porn shit is fucking amazing. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. There is no way that you could spin this into a negative. As a matter of fact, this is probably the most positive thing about porn that I can think of. But the worst part about it is that people were saying was that they could put some of these people's faces, celebrities' faces, or people in high power, and they could put them in these videos where they're essentially fake videos, and you can't tell the difference whether, is that really Donald Trump saying that, you know what, fuck it, we're about to blow up North Korea in the next hour? You know what I mean? Or Vladimir Putin saying we're about to bomb the US, or some fucking crazy shit. Or like Soulja Boy saying like, yo, I'm gonna stop rapping. He'd be like, what? Finally? Or Ray J's gonna stop selling scooty bikes? Like, what? No way. No way.
Hold on. We gotta talk about scooty bikes for a second, because you literally put me up on scooty bikes while you were driving down in downtown LA.
Yeah, because I was driving down, and then this old white man was just dipping in a fucking scooty bike. I was like, nah, we ain't starting with this shit. We're not starting with this.
It's a new wave.
It's a new wave. It's a scooty bike, man. It's Ray J's line of like scooters / Vespa / fucking bike. But
I'm just gonna say this, Eb. There's nothing Ray J could sell me. Nothing. There ain't nothing he can come up with and be like, check it out, and I'm gonna be like, all right, cool.
Out.
Nah, man, fuck that. I can't.
Hey, listen, from what I know, these scooty bikes are flying off the shelves, Vic, and they are literally out. I mean, they're expensive as fuck. I mean, they're like $1,600, but I mean, you got that. You know what I mean? You can afford it. You sell a couple fake app porns, make a little bread. Gonna be in the money.
Oh man, but I mean, I guess we can continue in the theme of close, but not really, right?
But no cigar, yeah.
Yes, and there's this store in LA on, I believe, Fairfax, right?
Yeah.
So I think the place is called Old School on Fairfax, and they are known for selling high-end, high-price, high-fashion streetwear, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Which is code for modern day Rockaware and FUBU and whatnot.
Nah, chill.
I say
chill. No, you out here, baby. They ain't selling baby fat there. They're selling Gucci, YSL, Chanel. They got the Averex. They got the Averex and the Pepes.
Nah. We got FUBU.
They got some Pellies on deck. Nah. Yo, I wonder if they open. That should be our shit, dog. We should open up a store in LA and all we sell is like old shit from the 90s. Be like, nah, we got some Paco jeans over there if you need some. And we got some Averex. We got some 8-ball jackets.
Washed as fuck. Washed
memories. Yeah, man. Nah.
But anyway, so this store is known for selling high-end shit. Supreme, just all
Chanel,
kinds of shit, right?
Gucci, yeah, YSL, Amiri, all that.
Mm-hmm. And it has come to light that most of this shit ain't real shit.
All their shit wasn't real shit.
There you go. Well, they are out here scamming people for like a $700 bomber jacket.
God damn.
And that shit ain't even real. Now, Eb, I want to feel sorry for the people buying this kind of shit. I really do. But ask me if I do.
You feel sorry for these people, Vic?
No, I do not.
Why not, man? Why not?
Because if you're going to spend that much money on a jacket or on a t-shirt, you're kind of dumb.
I mean, listen, I don't think I could get upset at people who, especially in the culture, Vic, that's what we were brought up on, just wanting to like high-end, high-fashion shit. It is what it is. I don't hold that against people. Listen, if you got the money for it or if you want to buy it, do you? Who am I to tell you? Like, would I spend fucking $700 on a jacket? Probably not. Actually, no, I wouldn't. But if you want to spend your money on that, absolutely. I think it's still kind of fucked up that you think that you're going to a reputable store and they're selling you fake fucking shit.
I'm just here's where I can disagree and where I lose my compassion for these people. They're getting shit for like $400 off.
Yeah, that's
so
wild.
what makes you think that
You're
somebody's gonna sell you some real Gucci, some real Amari
Amiri, dog.
Amari
Jesus,
Cooper, whatever the fuck.
You washed ass fucking.
Anyway, who's gonna buy Amari Cooper's jersey for $400? That's all I'm saying.
Who's buying Amari Stoudemire's fucking Knicks jersey? Like, no, you're right. I mean, I get that. That's the one thing I will tell you, that usually you are never going to find anything Gucci at like 80% off, brand new, or 60% off. At least clothes anyway. You could probably go to the Gucci outlet and get a good deal, but $400 off? Get the fuck out of here.
That's what I'm saying.
You ain't gonna get no Balenciaga sweater for fucking $80. You know what I mean? I mean, I think it's still kind of fucked up, but yeah, man. So old school's out here just selling some fake ass shit, and yo,
are they selling? Are they selling iceberg jeans there still?
Oh man, you know I'll be there if they did.
Yo, you don't remember back in high school, people were wearing the fake ass iceberg shit.
I believe it. Especially the Cali boys. You know, Cali boys was out there trying to fake the funk, letting each other borrow their jeans.
I ain't gonna lie, Eb.
You had some fake icebergs?
I really wanted them though. I really did, because I wanted to.
Really?
I really wanted to stunt on people with them, but I never did, man. I never did.
Listen, I used to hit up Miller's Outpost and give me them fucking super blue jeans. Oh man, I was in it to win it.
The Levi's 501s.
Yeah, just crispy. But yo, man, so I think the funnier part about this was when the patrons found out, they were fucking wildin', Vic.
Yep.
Wildin'. They started trying to choke out the fucking owner, the fucking employees. Motherfuckers was just throwing hands outside in the street because you felt duped. Imagine if you'd been going to the store for like a year and you'd be like, yo, I got the hookup of Balenciaga. You come to find out that it's like a fucking shaka that was fucking ripped. I'd be mad as fuck too.
Oh shit.
But yeah, man, you know what's crazy? More so about that is, yo, I literally just got into the world of 1-for-1 replicas.
Wait, what is that?
So a 1-for-1 replica is essentially a shoe, right, that looks identical to a Jordan, to a Yeezy. It's essentially just a replica shoe of a very high end, or any type of shoe for that matter, that's being sold. Now you have the people that try to jux you and be like, yeah, it's real. And the other ones be like, nah, this is a replica. So instead of paying $500 for the fucking Yeezy, you're paying $180. Or these Pharrell fucking Race for Life shoes that are like $600, you get it for $190. Or these fucking Bape NMDs for like $700. These motherfuckers are selling for like $120. You know
what's crazy, Eb? You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
So it's funny that you bring that up, because I didn't know what the term was when you said 1-to-1. But I've once fell into a YouTube hole, and we all have fallen into one of those where you just go deeper and deeper until you're like 150 videos in. But I actually came across a video of someone going to China and getting those replicas, and in China they will straight try to sell them to you, let you know what you're doing and what you're going for. If you know what's going on, they know what's going on, and then you do your research, you know how much it actually costs. I saw a guy buying Yeezys, 3 pair for $70 American. Now, he had to negotiate like a motherfucker, and props to him because he got him down, because they were trying to ask him for like $250, and he's like, nah.
Yeah,
he's like, I know how much they cost.
$250.
They literally cost like, I don't know, like $14 to make or something like that. That's how much they pay for them. Something like $14. So he's like, man, if I give you $60, $80 American, you're still making money off of it.
Yeah, and see, the thing is, and the reason I wanted to get into this was, well, you remember, Vic, I used to be a pretty big sneakerhead. Almost to the point where Foot Action and I had like a little misunderstanding in regards to scheduled payments.
About your overpayment on your bill. I paid too much.
And they had to give me money back, and then it was like, well, no, you owe us money. You owe us about $1,200, and I was like, I don't really live at $200. These dunks, I don't even wear the dunks like that.
Y'all want them back?
Y'all
want them back?
I can get back to y'all when you get the floor, So, I have a little love and hate relationship with foot action and just shoes in general. But, I know my way. And at a point in my time, when I was coming up, and I had like damn near every dunk in every color, suede, leather, all cocaine white. I had 2 pair, one so I can go and stun on these hoes, and then another one just to walk around the house and shit. You know what I mean? But the point I was trying to make was that, I was into sneakers. I was into shoes. And at one point, I would never in my fucking life ever think about wearing anything fake, anything replica, anything that wasn't authentic. But I got into this 1-for-1 replica worm.
You want to see the insides? I'll see you later. Drama.
Yo, listen, Vic. These motherfuckers are damn near identical. When I say identical, I mean fucking identical to the T. These motherfuckers are like same tongue, same pattern, same fucking material for the Yeezy Boost. They're putting the same tags on the same side of the shoe that Adidas is like. They're doing to the T. And I was like, how the fuck do I look like paying for a $600 pair of shoes when I can get the same motherfuckers for $180, and you motherfuckers ain't even gonna know the difference?
Oh shit.
And I got into these, Vic. And I'm like, so how does this work? Come to find out that apparently the way it works is Adidas, obviously, being the capitalist company that they are, right? They say, well, we're gonna sell these shoes for about $200, $300. And how do we make the best profit out of that? Let's go ahead and send them to another country to have them make them for fucking pennies on the dollar, right? So they send them to China, they make these fucking shoes, and they give that factory, they give them a contract to make these pair of shoes up to a certain point, and then you're done. What ends up happening is, when you give these factories the contract, you have to give them the pattern of the shoe, and they model the patterns, right? Exactly. Boom, we make them just like this. When that contract runs out, some of these factories still keep the model of the shoe, and they continue to make these shoes. So they're not even replicas. They're just unauthorized, replicas of some sort. So it's Adidas, but not Adidas. Yeah, wow. They're Adidas, but not Adidas. Yeah, and they're selling. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some of these motherfuckers look crazy. Like, yo, like my man, that's a Shaq. Like, you ain't gonna sell me no fucking Kanye. That's a Shaq, dog. That got motherfucking Shaq Duncan. Like, don't.
But you're saying that some of these things, the reason why you can't tell that they're fake is because they're really not fake. They're just unauthorized.
They're the actual replica. They're just unauthorized. And they can't be sold. And technically, they're not Adidas shoes.
I mean, they are, but they're just not sold by Adidas.
I mean,
wow.
Yeah. And so then they have those, and then they have the other ones where what they do is they get the actual shoe after the factory has done with the contract, and then they follow the pattern to the T. Same laces, same everything. Might be a slight little difference, but unless you're one of them fucking huge sneakerheads, and it's like, nah, my man, you got to take those off. We got to figure out if these are real or not. And even then, like, maybe a grown ass man coming up to me and telling me to take my shoes off. Man, suck my dick. I ain't taking shit off. Watch me run in these Yeezys, motherfucker.
You gonna stomp around in the mud like that, my man, with some $500 Yeezys?
I'll do what I want. I got another 10 pair at the crib. I wipe my ass with these. Fuck you. Nah. But what I'm trying to say is, like, yo, I have been contemplating jumping into the 1-for-1 replica, and as a sneakerhead, or for the sneakerheads out there, that's
some dangerous territory.
Yeah, that's blasphemous.
I don't know, man. I mean, You're also,
that's like listening to Post Malone and saying like, "Yo, this is the best thing ever that I've ever heard."
Oh my God,
in my life.
you hate that guy. Anyway, man.
And you love that guy.
But I don't love that guy. But you love that guy. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Anyway, but you know what, Eb? You're a married man now. It would be irresponsible of you to spend $1,000 on sneakers.
You're fucking right, especially when I can get ones that are damn near identical.
Yes.
To the ones that are being sold. Like you're looking at these and you're like, yo, you like where like the stitching looks the same. Like what could it be? You know, like, and again, the funny thing is that when these shoes come out, and I'm just throwing this game out for y'all. when the shoes come out, when the shoes first hit, they're gonna put some replicas out there, but they're not gonna. You could tell that there's a clear difference. But you wait a month or 2, 3 months, and they got that pattern down. Pff, my man,
it's a wrap.
You go on Facebook right now. There's a motherfucker selling 7 types of different Yeezys, Vic. Yeezy Boost, the fucking the belugas, the black ones, the gray ones, and I'm just like, yo, if no one can tell, what's the problem? Now, am I right or am I wrong for that?
Nah, man, I completely agree with you. And if I didn't have to pay so much for shoes, then maybe I would actually be interested in getting stuff like that, because there's still some fly ass shit that I would still like to get. I'd love to get a pair of them SB Dunks, black on black with gum rubber,
the gum bottom.
Yeah,
ooh, yo,
yes.
I used to have those. I had the low tops, though, the black on black with the gum bottom.
That's exactly what I had too, and that's why like I'm kind of longing for those. And you know, I mean, they weren't that expensive when they came out, but
like 60, 70
still,
bucks.
If I can get them for 40, 50 bucks, hey, now you're talking my language.
So again, am I right or am I wrong for that? Now, again, some of you sneakerheads might be like, "That's fucking despicable. That's dirty," and I'm like, well, you ain't gotta pay bills. Yeah. Now your brother's a huge sneakerhead. Carlos is a huge sneaker. Well, I'm not sure if he's now, but I remember back in the day, this motherfucker used to get packages delivered at the crib. I'd be like,
I know. I used to steal his fucking shoes, go to school. I know. Fucking,
the fuck you wearing my Timbs for, Vic?
I ruined many. I did ruin one of his pairs of Timbs and one pair of Jordan 5s. With
you're bugging.
Yeah.
Oh, you're bugging. You catching hands, Victor. You are if you borrow them, the least you could do is try to take care of them. You remember?
You know what though? You know what? It wasn't immediate. I would let a few people smudge him a little bit on his feet. On his feet. He'd do whatever he needs to do with them shoes. But then when they fell out of favor a little bit for him, that's when I would dive in, Ed. I would dive in head first, nose first, as a matter of fact. I'm trying to think of which there was a pair that I took kind of early, and I think it was like you remember the Jordans with the woven like upper up by the laces. They had like a woven pattern. I think they were the 11s, maybe.
A woven pattern.
Yeah, they was like woven. It had, I'm trying to remember which ones they were. But anyway, I remember snatching those up, and I wore those for a hot minute.
He's just like, yo, where did my Jordans at? And here comes Vic, stretching them all out, coming all up in the house.
Yeah, right. I take them out before I get home, put them in my backpack. Carlos is like, hey, why you barefoot? I like being barefoot.
Hey, listen, man, I love the heat. I love the warmth on my toes.
Yeah. You walk home from school. Fuck.
Yeah.
Why are you asking so many questions?
This is a problem. This is a problem people need to understand. I think we need to give a little context to this, which is you and I went to a fucking high school that was a fucking fashion show.
Yes.
It was a fucking fashion show. Like, even if your gear wasn't right, and there was some motherfuckers out there that had some gear, envious, that you're like, God damn, that motherfucker is on point. Like, every fuck, like, yo, like, what are you doing? Like, are you fucking jacking Neo 39? Like, what the fuck?
This motherfucker has all the racing jackets. What the fuck is going on?
Yo, he got the fucking Viagra one. He got the Eminem one. He got the Scarface one.
Yeah, I think we're talking about one person in particular. And used to let everyone share them. Oh, man. Anyway.
Man. So
you're right.
It was a fashion show. And at that school, again, if you didn't have the gear, your shoes had to be on point.
Yep.
And I fucked up walking in there one day with a pair of Airwalks. And listen,
the last time. It was the last time.
It was the first and only time I ever wore some fucking Airwalks ever in my fucking life. So
Airwalks
again,
Jesus.
as long as your shoes were on point, and I mean on point, motherfuckers was walking around with toothbrushes. You could have sworn this was like the fucking early 90s, late 80s, man. You thought this was do the right thing. Motherfuckers walking with toothbrushes, cleaning their shit, putting bags on their fucking J's when we walked outside to the grass, taking them off and putting them in their backpacks and walking in their socks in the mud.
Yep.
Okay? This is how we lived. Like, this is what it was. This was real life. So I understand it, but at this age, listen, if you can't tell, I don't give a fuck, baby. I'm rocking these fake ones all day.
But come to think about it, at that age, if you can't tell, I'd love to have a pair then.
Oh, actually, you're right. But yo, I'm telling you, when you were there, the thing is, you better hope. Listen, if you had some fake shoes on, you better hope to God they didn't find out. Because if they found out you had some fake shit on, you might as well just change schools. And not in the city. Not in the city of Pasadena. Because if you went to Muir, forget about it. Even if you went to Blair, forget about it. You couldn't go nowhere.
Well, I mean, if you went to Muir, you'd be they'd run them shoes from you real quick.
Real quick.
Here's the thing. At PHS, you would have people try to run you for your shoes to begin with. And I remember one time, Eb, I had a pair of my brother's Faizon, the infamous Fives, white on like black, right? White on black with the silver tongue, reflective tongue. This is the way they used to run your shoes. Hey, man.
What size are those?
What size are your shoes?
Let me try those on.
Let me try them on. There you are. There it is, man. And
be like, yeah, fuck you.
I'm like, I'm cool. I got a class. I gotta go. I'm good, man.
I'm straight. Yo, your brother's probably like, what the fuck? When?
Hey, this is like
all this time I lost my fives.
This is like 13 years later. Nah, I mean, they didn't take them from me. I just learned not to fucking walk around that fucking dice game while I'm fucking wearing J's.
I mean, whatever. That's it. Sometimes you had to walk in. You know, I'm not even gonna get into that. Anyway, man, the point is,
clickety clack.
The point is, yo, like with these shoes, man, these fake designer clothes, like, my opinion is, if no one knows, who cares? Dude,
run it.
Like, yo, the funny thing is, even these fucking rappers are out here talking about, like, yo, you really think I'm gonna start buying this fucking real jewelry when I can wear the fake shit that looks the exact same?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So what the fuck am I looking like, a regular ass motherfucker in the state of California paying taxes and shit, trying to buy a $700 pair of shoes, trying to stunt? No, sir.
A regular 9-to-5 Joe, you're out here trying to buy fucking Gucci and fucking Fendi. Get the fuck out of here.
Nah, listen, I'm gonna get me the Mendy and I'm gonna get me the Bucci. Give me all of that shit.
Oh shit, man.
But anyway, man. Hey, now I was gonna ask you, speaking about fake shit, what do you think about this Martin reboot? You think this shit's gonna be real? Or is this like fake? Is this just talk? Like, what do you think is gonna happen here?
It's funny, Ed, because I sent you a screenshot of someone saying that Martin's girlfriend is saying that this is about to happen. And I know you're one of the biggest Martin fans that I know. Like, I love that show, but I know that's one of your favorite shows of all time, if not your favorite show.
It is my favorite show of all time. I can literally watch Martin day and night. I have all 5 seasons on DVD. I got it downloaded. Yo, I'm telling you, Martin is my favorite show, hands down.
So I was surprised when you didn't react to the screenshot. I might have just got lost in the shuffle, but I'll tell you what. I hope it's not a new season. I hope it's like a reunion show or two, just to like put a cap on everything and kind of, revisit what's going on. But a full season, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's going to be good for the legacy of the show.
Yeah, man. I don't know what they're like. First of all, You ain't got your godfather Tommy Strong on there no more.
Oh,
okay?
man, I know. My brother's godfather.
Your brother's godfather. He's not going to be on there no more.
Almost. He was almost his godfather.
The story's better when we say that he's his godfather.
That's true. But anyway, yeah, man. I mean,
so Michael Thomas wasn't gonna, is not gonna be on there no more. Last I heard, I thought Cole had beef, was talking mad spicy shit about Martin, and I thought that Martin sexually assaulted Tisha Campbell a few times. And called her husband a bitch. So I don't know how this is all going to work.
Well, that's what I was thinking. But they just posted a picture on Instagram, or someone posted a picture on Instagram of him and Pam, or her and Pam, kissing Martin on the cheeks on either side. Yeah. Now, I mean, that's just whatever, right? But I just think it's kind of weird. Like, listen, I thought I was under the same impression that there was like beef because of like sexual tension, or Martin didn't treat him right or something that. But it looks like if there was any beef before, at least with those three, that it got squashed. And if they're gonna do something, right. If they're gonna do, I mean, maybe the check is right. But if the check is right, you don't just put any old thing out there. Yeah. They could have just took a picture.
I beg to differ.
No, but what I'm saying is they could have just took a picture together, all smiling, and that still would have just been like, okay, whatever. It might happen. But that seemed like they were very happy to see each other. I'm not saying it's like anything sexual or anything advanced, but it seemed like I'm happy to see you, and it seemed like everything was on the up and up. At least now. Now maybe
like they were happy to be back in the limelight, dog. Because when was the last time you talked about Pam? Which, by the way, used to be my neighbor.
Oh, what?
Yeah. When was the last time you talked about Tisha Campbell? And Martin put out a special, but it really wasn't all that funny. I saw the Martin special, and I literally laughed because I was like, I have to laugh at this. Like, I
have to by the code of Ebb. By the code of Ebb, I have to laugh at this. Otherwise, I'm untrue to myself.
Yeah. And it's just like, yo, maybe they're just chasing a bag, and you're putting your name back out there. So
maybe
I don't know how you come back from a sexual assault charge, fucking allegation. And as a woman, if you saying legitimately that this guy was all up on you, because let's keep it funky, season 5 of Martin was whack as fuck. You could tell there was so much tension. They weren't even in the same fucking clips. They were all, and like Martin looked all sad in every fucking episode. So, I just don't know, like, how do you work with someone after that? You know what I mean? Like, and what exactly? What are you gonna talk about? Like, what is it? You like Gina and Martin have grandkids now, and fucking Cole got fatter, and Pam still got a busted weave? Like, who wants to see that?
Got busted toes.
You still got buckshots and shit. Bruh man gonna come out like, he died of a heart attack.
Oh shit! All right. Nah, man, don't do that to bruh man. But you know what? I'd watch it if it's a couple of. I mean, even if it's a season,
of course, I'd watch it.
But
I'd watch it too.
I hope that at the most, it's 2 or 3 episodes at the most.
You know what fucked this all up was Netflix and that whole Fuller House shit.
Oh yeah,
they come up with that shit.
That nostalgia shit. Yep.
Yeah, it touches you. It touches you. It reminds you of the good old days.
Do I gotta beat him up? Who's touching you?
I'm all right.
But now,
but I'm saying, like, it brings that nostalgia back. Yeah. And Fuller House is whack. It's fuck. It's trash. I watched. I was like, yo, this you ain't trying to watch this. So I just hope they don't do that to Martin. I hope they don't do it to the reboot of Friday. I hope they don't kill these classics. Man. It's just like, let it live. I mean, let it live.
See, I'm always of the impression that no new thing kills the old thing. Like
like saying when Michael Jordan played for the Wizards, you just got son, like, you gotta
but let him go. It doesn't tarnish his reputation as the best player ever.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Like, Martin is gonna be a funny show. At least the first 4 seasons it's gonna be a funny show for the rest of the time.
Oh yeah,
so
sure.
So I mean, even if it's bad, I'll watch it if it comes out. If it's legit, I will watch it. I don't know if I'm anxious or nervous of what's gonna happen.
I think I'm nervous. But I'm nervous because I'm thinking, like, what is Martin, like, what what kind of jokes is Martin gonna have that is gonna make someone laugh now? Because the shit he used to do back in the day is funny to us.
But it might be a little corny now. It might be a little corny now because it was even a little.
Yeah.
Some of it was a little corny back then too.
Chill.
A little bit, Eb. I mean, let's keep it funky,
Chill.
Eb.
Chill.
Let's keep it funky. 100% of it was corny.
Chill. Chill.
Nah,
relax.
man.
Calm down. Can we relax here? Can we relax?
All right.
Can we chill?
Relax yourself. But I mean, we'll have to wait.
Well,
and see.
I mean, yeah. Well, you talking about corny? You talk about not making people laugh.
Oh shit!
Let's let's
The
go
topic
ahead
of the
and-
week.
Let's go ahead and end it. The topic of the week. Yo, Mr. Irrelevant Faizon Love was out here talking about one of the greatest comedians of all time, Dave Chappelle, basically saying that, yo, Dave Chappelle doesn't make no one laugh. He's never made black people laugh. He's not even fucking funny. His specials are trash. His movies are whack. And what's one memorable thing from a Chappelle stand-up outside of maybe the new shit? And white people made Dave Chappelle. I'm conflicted a little bit because I'll tell you this, I understand what he's trying to say because Dave Chappelle really does appeal to white people. And keep that, that's the truth. White people love Dave Chappelle.
Nah.
Right? And case in point, he had a concert with John Mayer, dog. Okay?
But
Chris Rock isn't going to have anything
Eb,
with John
you
Mayer.
See, that's why I have a problem. That he doesn't necessarily appeal to white people. Is that he appeals to everyone, and that just includes white people.
Yeah.
So to kind of like
Absolutely.
phrase it
Absolutely.
that he appeals to white people is kind of saying it's kind of putting in
But-
people's minds that he caters to them. That his jokes are set up.
Well,
for
I'll tell you
them.
this much. He made I was reading in the Mogul Lounge, and someone made a really, 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 really good point.
Was it me?
Anybody, no, not you. You're fucking dumb. But if you're
All right.
nah, if you're anybody who's a mega superstar, you're going to appeal to the white masses.
Yep.
There's white people there's just more of them.
Yes.
It is what it is.
Just,
like
it's
you have
just
to
numbers.
like.
Yes. If you're a superstar,
This is just numbers.
If people,
you're going to appeal to the most of them.
If-
They are gonna bring you up. Not to say that the community of blacks, Latinos, and everyone else in between isn't, but realistically, money wise, yes, you're going to. That's why Faizon Love isn't popping like that, because his stand up, his shit. First of all, I'm trying to figure out when the last time Faizon Love even had a fucking stand
But
up.
here's the thing, I don't even want to rip on him because look.
You kind of got to. You kind of got to, because that's like fucking Jordan Farmar talking about like, man, fuck LeBron. Like, when's the last time LeBron even for like what? Calm down, bruh. Like you play in the NBA, chill out, relax.
In my opinion, like I still like Faizon Love. Like I think he's
Me
I
too.
think he's cool. I just think that
But
I just
there's
think
a-
that
there's
he
a clear-
he needs to
there's a clear
but wait,
difference.
he needs to backtrack this spicy talk because one of the things that really stuck in my craw, Eb, that he said that he's never made black people laugh. And I went back and I looked at some of the Def Jam stuff, some of his stand-up
There we
from
go.
Killing Them Softly. There's a whole lot of black people in those audiences, and it wasn't
Def
and it
Comedy
wasn't
Jam, he for
quiet.
sure did it.
And it wasn't quiet.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, black people fuck with him, and we're Latino, and we fuck with him, and white people apparently fuck with him.
Heavy. Let's keep it real. They fuck with him heavy.
So where is the problem? I see it's being said almost in everyone defending Faizon Love's idea, at least maybe not him, but the idea that they understand what's going on. They're almost making it feel like a negative that he has mass appeal, and I don't understand.
The problem
that. I don't
is
understand that.
The problem is they're trying to he's trying to put him in that Key and Peele box that they put Key and Peele in about a couple years ago, when they were saying like, yo, that motherfucker isn't funny to black people. He's not funny to nobody in the urban community. They're funny to white people. Those are the ones that are making him. But you can't compare Key and Peele to Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle did some classic fucking material. And he kept going back to that was all Charlie Murphy. Nah, come on, chill.
He went as far as saying that the first season was trash. He's like, name one sketch that you remember. And I immediately remembered that the very first sketch they did was one of the most recognizable and one of those most memorable one, and controversial as well. It was the black white supremacists. That was the very first sketch they came out with.
And they had tons of sketches.
Yeah.
I mean, tons that were hitters, and some were trash, some were fucking super whack.
But that's a sketch show.
But that goes with any sketch comedy.
Sketch show. So,
and this is what I'm trying to say is, how does Faizon Love how does he get the pass to say something like that and people be like, yeah, I agree with that? Like, listen, you can say something that's controversial, doesn't make it right. Yep. And you don't have to, if you want to agree with it, that's on you. But the facts are the fucking facts. Just like motherfuckers were saying that Kevin Hart wasn't funny and I don't think he's funny. Yeah, maybe to you he's not funny, but to these fucking 80 million people, yeah, he's fucking hilarious. Yep. And that's kind of what it, at the end of the day,
kind of the point, right?
That's the only thing that really matters.
It's kind of the point, to be funny, right?
So
to somebody.
So why is it that Faizon Love isn't out here fucking selling out the Garden or having a fucking tour? He's like, that's just. I mean, you can get into the whole politics and the whole race shit. Listen, at the end of the day, the motherfucker's funny, and you're funny too, but you're just not as appealing as Dave Chappelle.
And you're not as funny.
You can appeal to,
let's face it, and you're not as funny.
And when you can appeal to the masses and still talk shit, because Dave Chappelle talks shit. He was as controversial as you can be. I don't understand the problem. I don't see where. So I don't get it.
One of the biggest things that he brought up that's very questionable was that he said that Kevin Hart is actually funnier than him. And I just said in my head, in what world? Like, no shade on Kevin Hart. No shade on Kevin Hart.
Sounds like you're throwing a lot of shade on him.
No, man, I think I actually enjoy his movies, and I know it's kind of like he's also kind of like the corny guy, you know, and he has identity issues sometimes, but I actually think he's really funny. I think he's funny. I enjoy his shit. His movies are pretty entertaining. A lot of mindless, just, you know, like just movies, which is cool, man. That's fine. But Dave Chappelle, by every meter in the comedy game, he is amongst the greats.
Yo, I'm thinking like, yo, this guy had fucking the Players Ball. He had Ask a Black Dude when he had Mooney come out, and that shit was fucking hilarious. Yep. God, like, yo, how do you the Bad Real World, fucking hilarious.
Yeah, yep.
Like, I don't, it's wild, man. It's wild. I'm like, yo, this sound like a hating, bitter ass motherfucker who somehow got on the Breakfast Club. I don't even know how this motherfucker got on the Breakfast Club.
He heard they have free breakfast.
I don't know how Yo, I'm trying to figure out how this motherfucker even got an interview on the Breakfast Club. And it kind of sounds like he just got on that motherfucker to say some real outlandish shit. Because he's trendy. Yeah. When's the last time Faizon Love trended outside of that fight at the fucking airport? And then you didn't even hear from him again.
Yo, when he did the Parenthood.
The only thing people know you from is the Parenthood and fucking Big Worm.
Yep.
And you got the balls and the audacity to come out and say some shit about Dave Chappelle. Like, listen, I ain't nobody. You and I are nobodies, Vic.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But
speak for yourself, buddy.
There's get the fuck out of here. But what I'm trying to say is, listen, just because you're in that world doesn't mean that you can't have delusions of grandeur, sir.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Doesn't mean that you can't be way off the fucking cuff. And guess what? To say some crazy shit like that, you're fucking bugging. And you sound like a hater. You sound like the biggest fucking hater out there.
I just really hope that when he goes back and listens to what he says, that he humbles himself. Because I think he actually could be one of those people that was like, fuck, I said that.
Hey man, whatever.
Spicy.
He sound like I'm telling you, you sound like these washed up comedians that no one's really checking for like that. They'll be, oh yeah, man, Faizon, big worm. Or like Ari Spears. You know, Ari Spears was the one who said that same shit about Key and Peele. How no one in the black community fucks with Key and Peele. And that might be right, that might be wrong. I don't know. But they definitely do appeal to a wider market. You know what I mean? But again, I'm like, yo, who are you to say, like, what is, like, yo, for Ari Spears to come out and say some shit like that, This guy says the same fucking joke, does the same fucking
routine.
Jay-Z, DMX, and LL Cool. That's your stick. You've been doing that shit for 15 years, bro.
And this is what I was saying about the whole Monique incident. If you're doing the same jokes, for 2 years, that means you're not a very good comedian. Because the shit,
you're just trying to ride this shit till it's like, yo, we gonna keep.
The shelf life is not that long for comedians. It's not.
Yeah, and Faizon Love even said that shit. Like, he himself said that. I think that motherfucker just bitter. Because Dave Chappelle went on a hiatus for 10 years, came back and blew the motherfucking game up for 2 years straight. You know what I mean? And he's probably like, yo, this motherfucker ain't been doing shit. And all of a sudden, he's the king of comedy? Like, yeah, actually, I think so. I think sold out arenas, I think that probably means something. And are you are you trying to say that the white man fucking created all that? When literally his whole stand-up is talking shit about the white man and basically saying that, yo, I got out this shit because the white man was trying to fuck with me.
Yeah, isn't that the whole reason everybody loved Chappelle for a long time? He couldn't stand what was going on with how they were trying to play him and manipulate him, which is true, which is good for him that he didn't take money over his self-respect. That's what we like about Dave Chappelle. And you're going to come out and just turn your back immediately on him because he was a smart businessman, filmed his own special, and got a big old bag from Netflix. Get the fuck out of here, Wendell.
Yo, Vic.
You fucking idiot. Fuck out of here.
Yo, he called the Wendell.
Anyway.
Yo, cue up the Biggie, dog. Cue up that player hater shit, Vic. Cue that shit up, Vic.
But you know what, it's been a good show. I want to know what people think about the situation. Y'all can continue the conversation on our social media on Twitter, Buffet_boys. You can also check out our Instagram, Buffet_boys on Instagram. You can follow us on our website, BuffetboysPodcast.tk. If you can't afford the .com yet, one day.
Yeah, that's right, motherfuckers. You know what it is. It's episode 55, Buffet Boys. And we're going to be back next week, as always, podcasting for the culture, bringing more knowledge for your brain, more culture for your soul, and more bullshit for your week. Again, it's your boy, the Salvi Sensation. La Semilla de Marañón, Eb.
It's your boy, Vic.
Peace.